What's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of Off the Schneid. Today we're going to be talking about the Cleveland Browns and their draft needs, team needs heading into the 2021 NFL draft. Very complete team. Very complete team. 26 overall selection they'll have, but there's not a lot of holes at all. I think, to be honest, looking at this roster, I think the biggest hole, probably the biggest need, in my opinion, is going to be actually a wide receiver, which might surprise some people. I just think that OBJ, Odell Beckham Jr., is going to have a hard time coming back from that torn ACL. It's on the same leg that he broke a few years ago very badly. And it's just, it's sad, and it sucks because it's nothing to do with OBJ, his work ethic, his talent, his skill, nothing to do with any of that. It's just that it might get to the point where his body is not going to be able to respond the way that his reflexes and his mind wants it to. It's just not going to be able to do the things that his mind is telling his body to do, if that makes sense. Usually that happens with age. You just can't do the things that you used to be able to do, and that might happen with OBJ just because of the injuries. And it's very unfortunate, because there was at one point in time where he was one of, if not the best wide receiver in the game. And it wasn't that long ago. So it's really unfortunate. It's really sad to see. But I just feel like, and I've seen his workouts, his rehabbing from the ACL, and I get it. It looks great, but it's very different. When he gets on the field, if his body just isn't going to be able to respond the way that he wants it to, it's going to be tough. Juice Landry's still there. Obviously a great wide receiver in a lot of different ways. He can do a lot of different things. I really like Rashard Higgins, the way that he kind of progressed. Donovan Peoples-Jones, Kadero Hodge, they've got some guys that can make plays, and I don't mind their depth, but I think regardless, this is going to be the final season for OBJ in a Browns uniform. They can walk away from him after this year for zero dead money. So regardless, I do think that happens, regardless of how he performs, unless he comes out and has like 1,500 yards or something, or even 1,000 yards, which I don't expect, if I'm being honest, especially in this offense. But either way, I think OBJ is going to not be a Brown after this season. So they're going to need to fill a hole there, I feel like, and there's not a lot of holes on this team at all. This is an extremely deep roster. This is a team that personally I fully expect to win this division. Just going up and down, the run game is very good. Nick Chubb is still improving, still underrated. And as long as he stays healthy, him and Kareem Hunt, man, that's a dangerous 1-2 punch. Kareem Hunt sometimes plays wide receiver, goes out into the slot, sort of a thing. 3 tight ends that can all catch the ball and play, like which makes them not need as many wide receivers, type of thing. Austin Hooper, Harrison Bryant, a guy that I really liked last year. He was my tight end number 1, and then David Njoku's still there. So this team is deadly. This team is deadly, and Kevin Stefanski's done a great job. The whole coaching staff, Joe Woods, Alex Van Pelt, has done a great job with this team. And like I said, I fully expect them to win this division. Not a lot of holes. Anything that I say is a nitpick, including wide receiver. But to me, that's probably going to be where they look at 26. That's probably what I would do. Plan for the future as well as the present, type of thing. Unless like a linebacker, if a linebacker falls to them that can just slide into this defense and play right away, they still have Mac Wilson, Curtis Weaver. I don't mind. And then Anthony Walker comes in from the Colts. Jacob Phillips was a relatively early round pick for them. So not a lot of holes at all. And the back end, they got 3 very solid safeties. John Johnson III, Grant Delpit will be back from injury, and Ronnie Harrison there. Bring in Troy Hill, bring in MJ Stewart. Like, man, this team is stacked, to be honest with you. So For depth, for sake of conversation with what we're talking about here, I think another edge rusher, defensive end type of a guy, Takk McKinley, I think will fit in very well with this team. I think that's a perfect fit for him, and I think he probably has a career year. But you need another guy in there to kind of spell Myles Garrett and Takk McKinley and get after the quarterback. Offensive line, you can never have too many, offensive linemen that are quality, and they do have a bunch of quality offensive linemen, including backups. Nick Harris, I quite like. So again, not a lot of holes. Even on the, corner, you could add a corner. Denzel Ward, Greedy Williams, Troy Hill, MJ Stewart, all very good, but you can never have too many type of thing. I'll say it. I said it once. I'll say it again. I'll continue to say it. Every single draft for every single team, in my opinion, should have an offensive lineman and a defensive back, whether that's a safety or a corner. So as far as needs, for me, I think wide receiver, linebacker, defensive end. And I might go defensive end for sake of this season and their success this season. Defensive end, wide receiver, linebacker. That's how I would go. Throw in a offensive lineman in there. But they really don't need much. They're going to be at the top of the heap in the AFC. I expect them to win this division. I think that they do. I'll probably be betting on them to win the division this year. And yeah, they got a lot of assets too. So it's a very interesting spot for the Browns to be in. First time in a long time. So congrats to Browns fans, because you got a lot to look forward to. So there you go. Thanks for checking in. Hit the like and subscribe button on your way out, and we'll see you on the next one.